This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2001 Ford F350. It's a four-door extra cab. Ford calls it a super cab. It's a long bed, 7.3 liter turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. It's an XLT, which means it's cloth. Has 171,000 miles. It's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. Please watch the little animated video we have in our theft recovery ads that tells you how and why you get a salvage title when a vehicle is not wrecked. It's basically lawyers for the insurance companies not wanting to ever see this car in their lives again. Give it a salvage title, that means that they're not implying that anything's right with it at all. And so when we buy it from the insurance companies and you go run a stop sign, you can't come back on them because it's a salvage title. If it was a clear title, it would imply some sort of warranty, I suppose. And they don't want that. They want away from the car. They've already lost a fortune. Anyway, the tires all the way around are probably 20% tread. We did put new front shocks and new front sway bar links. We also, it had a seeping oil pan leak. It wasn't really dripping, but it was seepy and kind of on its way to being bad. So we did a tranny service as part of dealing with that leak, and so that's handled. My guys have told me that the hood has been painted in the past. You can see a couple little floaties in here. This car, obviously, this truck, you're not going to be buying this truck for cosmetic reasons, but it is my job to point out as much as I can, mostly negative, so that if you buy this truck and you pay for it by wire and ship, that you are getting more than you thought you would get, not less. We can't have people getting vehicles shipped to Michigan and finding out that something was left out that's something we could have known about or we could have seen with our own two eyes. So that's what we do. Anyway, there's a little ding here, a couple dings. I'm not going to detail every single ding and nick and scratch. My brother will be doing 70 or so HD pictures that will also have a magnifying glass on our site, and you can zoom in on every part of this truck. But needless to say, if you wanted to make this look better, I guess you could take it to Mako and have them do a little one-stage paint job and take out most of the dings and whatever for maybe $1,000. But who would do that? It kind of wouldn't make sense. It does have a toolbox. It does have this really heavy-duty gooseneck hitch in it. We put a louvered tailgate on it, so the car thieves had stolen that. There's a spare, lights, tow package. Because this is an 01, it should be 16-inch tires, probably 285 16s. Which are pretty cheap. So if you wanted to come here to Tucson and drive it home, I would highly recommend. In fact, I'd insist that you get tires. If you wanted tires on before you actually either shipped it out of here or before you came and picked it up and drove it home, you could go to discounttire.com. It's just Discount Tire, not tires. Discounttire.com. Go to their store. They have a lot of stores, but go to their store on Prince and Oracle. Call Juan, and he will help you. Pay for them over the phone. You won't pay taxes because you're paying over the phone, and they'll be on before you leave. Or before you get here, I'm sorry. I'm going to open up the hood. We're going to be looking for the Ford stamps. There's one there. New battery on this side. There's the Ford stamp on the core support on the passenger side. There's the Ford stamp on the driver's side core support. And there's the Ford stamp there. Hood's closed. All right. There's a hole in the seat right there. We'll see if we can get that filled by our, we have a mobile interior guy who comes by and does that stuff for us. Seats are in really good shape. Aside from that hole in the back seat, they look really good. There's your passenger window. Door locks. Driver window. Passenger window. I'm told that this switch went bad. It was working a couple days ago. It went to detail and now it's not working, which means the detail shop probably got this wet when they were cleaning it. So we have to put a new switch in to get the mirrors to work. That will be done. There's your tilt wheel. Make sure there's nothing under there. Alright. The seats are in great shape. A couple little dings in there, but I'm just going to get that back seat filled. And that'll be it. Alrighty. Let's see. Get a seatbelt on here. It's already warm in Tucson. Mid-April. It's about 90 already. It's only 10 in the morning. Got the air going. Cup holder. There's your radio. Cassette player, old school. CD player. There's your on and off for the overdrive. Alright, what do we have? We have 176,199. I'm sorry, I think I said 171. 176,199. Let me put it into neutral. We're into 4 low. Now we're in 4 low. Put it in drive. Put it in reverse. Okay, put it in neutral. 4 high. Now we're in 4 high. Put it in drive. And reverse. And perfect. And back to 2-wheel drive. Let's go for a ride. All right, like I said, we did a tranny service, which means it's got new tranny fluid. We also did the sway bar links, front sway bar links, and we did front shocks. It does need tires. We will do the switch for the mirrors, and I will try to get my upholstery guy to fill in that hole in the back seat before it leaves. And kind of as a timing thing, if it sells fast, and it will. This thing 7.3s sell really quickly, especially extra cabs. But if we can get it in time, it's Friday today. He comes on Thursday, so it's 6 days from now. If it hasn't been sold, then we'll get it done. If not, then it's going to go the way it is. All right. Let's see. Money. If you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay to have the title restored. What does that mean? Well, you can't get plates and you can't get insurance on a salvage title. It has to go to inspection. The cops, gun-carrying, badge-wearing cops inspect this vehicle. They give it a level 3 inspection, which it'll pass. And then we take that and we get, with the inspection, the salvage title, we get a restored salvage title. Then you can get plates and insurance. Obviously, then you can drive it. Without it, you can't do it. So, that's $200. So $200 to restore the title is mandatory if you're going to drive it home. And $250 dock fee and taxes. Taxes are 2% for the this thing runs good. Wow, really good. 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So, for an example on a deal on this truck, if your state tax rate is 3% and you come to Tucson, you're going to pay 5% taxes, which is your 3% plus R2. You're going to pay $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay $200 to restore it, the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're obligated to pay is the agreed upon price. Boy, for a 7.3, this thing gets up and goes. If you want us to restore the title before it ships out, add $200 and we'll restore it. I strongly suggest you have us do it for you. But if not, just make sure you can do it with the title, the Arizona salvage title, a bill of sale, and the truck, because that's all the documentation you're going to get. Okay. Deposit. Please get your deposit. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, we do not have a deal. Once we get a deposit, we'll put your name and a banner over the vehicle at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Okay? So please get those in. Don't just show up assuming you've got a truck bought in Tucson without a deposit. We've had people fly in and find no truck here. We sold to somebody else who actually put a deposit down, and then they're angry. And why they're angry at us, I have no idea. But that's what happens. So, last part of my speech is something I say at the end of every video, not just this one. If you look at all of our videos, you can verify this. I'm not just throwing this one under the bus. This is a used vehicle, needless to say. It's going to have problems. It's going to have problems sooner or later. Every car dies eventually. This one could die next week or it could die next month. I don't know. So, if you're risk averse, if you can't take risk, do not buy anything used. Cars, microwave ovens, furniture, anything. This vehicle can be bought brand new. This type of vehicle for probably cloth, extra cab, probably 45 or 50. And you'll get warranty that gives you, a loaner car and free this and that, and a bottled water and hugs and everything. This thing runs and drives great. 7.3s have an unbelievable history, good history. So that's what we know about this truck. We'll give you as much information as we can, but if this thing shows up at your house and it gets a check engine light in 3 hours or next week or next year, get it fixed. That's all I can say. If you can't deal with that, don't buy it. These things will have issues. Eventually they will. Every one of them. All right? Thank you very much for your time, and that's it.